Welcome back to Hot Tresses, everybody. It's your girl here, Rain, with another wig review, and I am here today to talk to you about this absolutely stunning, fabulous unit that I am wearing on my head. I think she is just amazing. It's fall, winter time, and I was definitely looking for some new colors. I tend to wear blondes and browns a lot, and so I really wanted something with a little more expression. And so my last couple of reviews have been about looking for those color combinations that are a little more expressive but not too overboard. And as I said in another review, I saw Tamar Braxton at the BET Awards rocking this amazing orange. And once again, this is not quite that, but it is an absolutely gorgeous find, and I had to come on and share it with you. Now, this you have probably seen before because she is not new. She's been out a minute. This is the fabulous Brooklyn. And it took me a minute to get my heart around purchasing her, and I'll tell you why. Here is the stock card. Model, actual. Model, actual. Completely different. You see this online, who's going to buy that? That's absolutely terrible. I'm sorry. It just was not appealing to me. So when I saw her online and I heard everybody talking about Brooklyn, I looked at the picture and I went, seriously? No, not a wig that I would get. But I'm so glad that I watched a couple of reviews and changed my mind, especially now. As I said, I'm going into fall, winter looking for new colors. And I have her in DRCRD, which is this gorgeous copperish red. Now, it may look a little more red on my screen than it actually is, but it is more of an orangish color in person. My lighting in here is kind of wonky, but nevertheless, I really, really like this color. I'll get a little bit closer so you can hopefully see that. Now, here's the parting space, which I didn't do anything to other than add my finishing powder to. So it's got really good parting space as far as I'm concerned. You may want to go in and pluck it. I don't necessarily feel a need to, so I didn't. But I really like the parting space on this wig. I'm loving the color. I like the extension of those dark roots. I think they brought it down and enhanced it in and throughout the wig really, really well. But really what I'm trying to get you to see is the color, because it's not just totally red, though it looks like that on my screen. So I have to explain it because it's not coming up. Maybe you can see it from back here, but it actually is a combination of red, like a couple of lighter colors of orange, almost a yellowish in there. So I don't want you to think that it's, oh my God, fire engine red, because it's not. You know, whatever your computer screen is doing, whatever mine is doing, I don't want you to not like it because it seems to be too red. It's actually very, very gorgeous. And so just to get into some of the basics of this wig, it does have good security, standard, adjustable straps, 2 combs in the front, a comb in the back. It is big head friendly, which because I have a small head, that's not the best for me, but I always adjust my straps together and wear it anyway and make it work. It is actually pretty thin. When I took it out of the pack, it was pretty thin. I was a little bit discouraged. I thought, oh no, I can't stand a thin wig. And the reason I can't stand a thin wig is because when you move your head and you're out and about, you can sometimes start to see those tracks. But what I found is it's really only thin around where the lace is. You do see the tracks when it's in your hand. But when you put it on, as you can see, you're not really seeing any of those tracks shining through. So that was actually a pleasant surprise because I was expecting her to be just way too thin and end up being in the bag and in my closet. But she's actually giving me life. I really echo a lot of the sentiments of the other reviews on this wig and hate that I waited so long to really purchase her. But at the time, I wasn't really looking for wigs. So been out of the game for a minute. However, this was definitely a really good buy as far as I'm concerned. I love the texture of the hair. It's kind of yaki. Now, you notice I am actually getting some shedding, and that's one of the drawbacks. I can't tell if it's because of me cutting the lace, which I should have said it is a lace wig. So it might be that I'm getting some shedding. Sorry, I got a little distracted right there because I cut the lace. I wanted to make sure that I was actually telling you that it was right, that it was a lace wig and not a lace part. I've opened so many wigs that I'm kind of getting them confused. Tangling, yes, definitely getting some tangling, particularly at the ends of the curls. So it comes really, really curly. This is really pretty much what it looked like out of the box. I didn't really do a whole lot to it. I have found that as I've been fingering it and I've worn it for the last few hours, it's still bouncing right back to the curly that it had, which is actually one of the things that I love. Unless I'm looking for a body wave, I prefer my curls to stay curls, and this one is definitely giving me curl. And I love that. And I know a lot of these styles get redundant. There's really not a lot of versatility when you're buying longer wigs. They're either going to be wavy, curly, or straight. So you just kind of have to suck it up as I did and get used to similar styles. But this is still giving me something different, you know, and I think the color is really what's bringing it out. It does come in a variety of colors. This just happened to be my favorite given what I was really looking for. But really there's not a lot that I can say about this wig other than she is absolutely stunning. I mean, she's going to transcend a lot of environments. So I would totally feel comfortable rocking this wig in church, rocking her out to a party, rocking her to work. I mean, this is definitely one I wouldn't be ashamed to wear. Sometimes you buy these colors and they're so vibrant and so bright that it almost feels unprofessional in some environments. I'm not necessarily getting that. I think it's vibrant enough to stand out, but subtle enough to make sense, if that makes sense. So this would definitely be one I would reach for as an everyday wig. You can play with it, leave some of your hair out. I mean, there's a lot you could do to make this wig look really natural. It feels natural. It feels good. It isn't super shiny. I think my lighting in here is making it look more shiny than it is. It has some shine, but it's more of a sheen shine. So if you see that, it's really not that new wig shine. But, you know, if you don't like any shine at all, of course, dry shampoo, of course, baby powder, you know, that will dull it down. Obviously, I love the bang. Now, I tend to twist my wigs a little further over because I like the depth. I like the swoop, and I like a really, really defined bang. I also like height, and this one is not afraid of height. She is totally giving me height. If I want to zhuzh it up and, you know, get that extra, you want to make it big, you know, finger these curls, separate these curls. It's definitely going to get wider. Of course, it's going to twist up. I think by the time we got through shopping, when I looked in the mirror, it had pretty much formed into a few big barrel curls. So it is definitely going to curl back up. But as you kind of finger it out, you know, run to the bathroom, finger it out, do what you got to do if you're on a night out. It, you know, it's just one of those. It's one of those, honey, I've stepped in the room. Yes, here she is kind of wigs. And I like it so much, I'm actually thinking about getting a couple and maybe cutting it just a little. Now, I actually wish this wig was longer, believe it or not. I really love this color and the curl pattern so much that I wish it was longer. And it's probably, speaking of length, about, what is that, about 12 inches? If I stretch it, maybe 12, 14, depending on how tall or how short you are. I'm only about 5'6", so I'm not that tall. And I guess I'll show you what it looks like from the side. You can see that. And here it is from the back. So it's got a really, really nice wave pattern, which I really love. I love how she falls toward the front. I love how she falls if I put her behind me. I mean, this is just one of those ones that's just, yes. Yes, darling, I'm here. Yes, yes. Didn't you know it was me? Yes. Absolutely Hollywood. Absolutely diva-fied. Model-esque. You put this on, you know, this is runway ready, child. I love it. I absolutely love it. If you don't like height, you can flatten it out. You definitely don't have to wear it high like I do. Like I said, I tend for more drama, you know, to do height. I tend to like that swoop bang in my eye. I like to play with it. You know, the more you play with it, the more styles you'll find that it falls into, which is one of the things that I really like. I like a wig that gives, you know, that 3D dimension. I don't really like super flat, boring hair. I like wigs that make a statement, that are a conversation piece. You know, when you take pictures, it's like, yes, yes, get that snapshot right there. Turn that way. Yes, because that bang is killer. I love wigs that do that. And this is definitely giving me that life as I play with it. But, you know, brush it, finger it. I think this side probably could have been layered just a little bit better. It's falling kind of okay now, but earlier I had a lot of trouble with that particular side. This is my right side, your left, just because I think there's a couple pieces here that aren't curled as tightly. So, you know, when you're trying to get that layered look, you might be a little frustrated. You may want to go in with your scissors and just cut it. But as I was saying earlier, which I've lost my train of thought, got sidetracked, I might actually purchase a couple more because I can totally see this wig cutting this off and this being an amazing kind of a shorter bob, and then just a little bit longer without cutting too much off and making it just a little bit shorter. I think it's one of those that lends itself to wearing it a variety of ways. So, you know, if you want to cut that and make it just a sexy reddish copperish bob, that would be super dope. Or leave it alone and let it be, because it really is a good length. Like I said, they can do this one again and give me some extra hair, and I would not be mad at all, because this is stellar. So I wasn't totally impressed, you know, based on the cardstock. I mean, again, I'll show you the picture again. You see that online, that's a deterrent for me. That is raid right there. Run, roaches, run. That is not okay. But, you know, you have to sort of buy these at your own risk and play with it a little bit and try to look more for the potential. And I'm really glad that I got a chance to see the potential. Plus, the other reviews on this wig helped a lot. You know, again, this isn't a new wig. She's been out for a minute. I'm late to the party. But if you've been looking for something for fall, winter, and you're coming on to look for those colors, that hairstyle that might work for you, then maybe this review is for you. If you're late to the party like me, I'm not even mad. Better late than never, because she is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I rate her a hot. You tell me what you think. Leave me some love. Comment. Tell me what other colors you have her in. I definitely may check out a couple of the other colors. Don't keep me a secret. Like, comment, subscribe, share me with a friend, and I'll be back with another review. Until next time, be blessed, everybody.